Hello, YouTube. This is part two of the water change, gentle water change. So I've examined it, and it looks like there's a lot of sediment that was in my water. It would take forever for it to settle down. So I'm going to try and do like this is almost like a 90% water change. Now, here's what I'm doing. Just like in the last video, I'm going to use my head versus my muscles. A lot of times when I used to change water, what you would do is you would carry these huge jugs of water up and down the stairs, and your back would eventually hurt. You got to lift it over the aquarium. You're spilling water everywhere. Well, here's a simple solution how to avoid all of that. So, first of all, I use these containers. They're like rubber-made kind of containers, and same technique as in the previous video. You lower it, you put it on the ground, and you siphon the water out. They have a lid, so when you're carrying it up the stairs or down the stairs, wherever you're going, it's good. Just make sure you fill up just over half, so that when you shake it, when you're taking it up the stairs, that it doesn't spill on you. Anything over half, you run a huge risk of spilling your water out, even if you're careful as careful can be. So that was now for me putting water in. How to make it easy for you. Let's see. Well, you want to elevate your tank, your bucket. You can place it somewhere safe, just higher. In this case, I'm pretty safe where it is. I don't need to worry about too much about the weight. It is a small bucket here, and I've tested this. This is just fine. So what we're doing is I've tied a knot, well, sort of a loop, a gentle knot, you can say, so that if anything happens, if this goes up, it'll just not go out. It won't fall out. It'll be stopped by the lid here. So let's put that back down to the bottom of the bucket. The knot also helps it stay at the bottom of the tank because of the weight, right? So that's down here. I've also tied a knot on this section here so that it doesn't fall out of the aquarium, right? And I'm using the small tubing in this case because I want it to be a gentle drip. I don't want it to drip fast. I do have a fat tubing that I was using to siphon the water out, a bigger, fatter tube, but that made it go a lot faster. But to put the water in, I want to use the air bubbler size tube. Now, basically what you do is you just keep jugging your water in. So you have enough water there, maybe half or so. I'm not sure where you want, maybe half of it or so. Then start siphoning it in. Now it is a slow process. The water won't just all of a sudden go down really fast on you, right? So it will come into the aquarium very gently. Now that's the trick, because what you do in the meantime, instead of carrying these huge jugs up and down towards your aquarium, you simply take your 1 liter, 2 liter jug, and you just keep putting the water in until you're done filling the tank. And that's all there is. A nice, simple, easier way to put a huge amount of water in without carrying heavy buckets. I hope that tip helps you out. Just make sure that you use a nice higher surface to put the bucket on. In this case, I put it on the aquarium top because I wanted to show you really quickly, but you want to use something a little bit more sturdy. Don't do this because it could fall in, it could damage your aquarium, so do it a little bit better. But that's the idea. Tie your knots so it doesn't fall out down here, it doesn't fall out down here, and then keep putting your water in. Sometimes gravity will help you, it'll just start dripping on its own, but if not, you'll have to suck on this end and the water will start coming through. And all you do is you just keep putting the water in until you're all filled up. And instead of carrying huge amounts, you just carry a little bit at a time. And you don't disturb your sediment at all because it's a nice slow drip. And you can take your time doing it this way. That's it. Cheers.